Disclaimer: the following is all but theory-based and should be taken with a grain of salt. This is also coming from an autistic individual's path.
Home Movies is an Adult Swim show that first aired on UPN for 5 episodes in 1999 and was canceled due to the poorest ratings on the network. Adult Swim thankfully revived the show with 8 more episodes and 3 additional seasons. This show has since been a cult classic by many, but also very slept on in my opinion. Now, what does this have to do with autism? Well, what if there was a character that was unintentionally portrayed as neurodivergent?
Hi, my name's Clarice.
Clarice is a minor character that first appeared in the Season 2 episode Class Trip as a barista at the local coffee shop. She's mostly portrayed as that weird girl and used for comic relief. I'll admit, I used to loathe this character in my early days of the show, but as of recently, she's kind of grown on me. A while ago, somebody in the Home Movies Discord server that I run mentioned how Clarice might be autistic based on their first opinions. I, also being autistic, took their words into my train of thought, and well, looking back on it now, it's very obvious that our favorite ditz is on the spectrum. Allow me to show off some examples. This is notable very early on when she's training McGurk, or should I say,
Brendan Small.
It's then when Clarice often brings up her then anonymous boyfriend during the conversation and says things like,
My boyfriend calls me Little Mama.
or,
I know, my boyfriend says I stare.
Well, it's because you do. Now stop it, it's creepy.
and shifts the conversation furthermore to talk about how she's going to college next year. This could be brushed off as just trying to create small talk, but I do really suspect it's the inability to read social cues, which is a common issue that I too struggle with. I don't know when someone is done speaking about a certain topic or what they're trying to tell me by tone or body language. Like, someone could be agitated by the topic, yet I'd still ramble on about it. Now let's fast forward a bit later into the episode. Next up is the scene where Brendan and his friends stop at the coffee shop to A, have Brendan use the bathroom, and B, shoot the next scene in their movie. There's this scene where the real Brendan asks questions why McGurk's name tag says Brendan Small. Clarice then goes on to say this.
Because that's his name. See, my name tag says Clarice. But my boyfriend calls me Little Mama.
Please take a break.
I know this just might be common correction or for comic relief, but I really do think it's taking the situation the wrong way. Anyways, some talking later, and this happens.
So, Brendan, we should probably just start shooting.
They're going to shoot you? It's a robbery!
This was specifically why I wanted to discuss this. Clarice mistakes Jason's use of the word shoot as in, we're going to rob your coffee shop, and if anyone interferes, we'll shoot. Though, I don't know who would think the idea of robbing a coffee shop would be a good one. McGurk then corrects her saying,
Clarice, you mean shoot a movie.
This clip was definitely an indicator that Little Mama here might be autistic. I do have more points I want to prove, but for that we'll need to fast forward to Season 3. Now, the beginning of this episode mostly depicts what I brought up earlier about bringing up irrelevant topics, but this time they turned up the comedy meter on this one, like this clip, for example.
One time I ate frog's legs, but then I threw up everywhere. And
In a second, little mama.
Later in the episode is where I want to discuss my second to last topic.
I'm hungry. Why are we eating? I want to eat. We're supposed to eat.
A lot of us autistic people are very dependent on routine, and if one thing is changed, even if for a day, it feels like our entire world is ending. We notice this throughout the episode that Clarice is very much into counting her money.
Clarice,
Yeah?
you got money?
Yeah.
Good.
I have $3.92 left.
How do you know that?
I count it every 4 minutes.
What a weird little mama.
Hey, are you hungry?
Yeah.
You want to get something to eat
Sure.
with me?
Yeah, I have $1.57, and I also have a nickel.
That's cool.
Now let's just stop here for a second. When Dwayne offers her to take her out by the means of being a good guy, she counts her money again, expecting to be the one to pay. likely, since she's so used to that with Jimmy Monet, this also may come off as being so used to having a toxic partner that the person doesn't know what having someone that genuinely cares about you feels like. But this could also be routine-based, a special interest, or hell, maybe even a stim. I'd say it'd be a little bit of everything. Now on to the last topic. This is another trait that I have, which is often mistaken by making the conversation about myself. To paraphrase, I, along with a few other autistic individuals, tend to try to relate to someone when they're venting by sharing similar situations that we were in. People often misread this as us ignoring the person's needs and wants and talking about ourselves, when that really isn't the case at all. At the end of the episode, Clarice steps out to tell Dwayne that he should have won instead of Jimmy, which, I'll be honest, is quite true. I mean, listen to the guitar solo.
The crap.
Jake.
Actually, this particular trait is showcased throughout the entire episode. Take a look for yourself here.
Jeez, man.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Hey, Dwayne, is that raspberry? I always drop blueberry. One time I dropped an egg. That chicken hated me, but I hated her first. I grew up on a farm.
Enough.
You were robbed, Dwayne. I was robbed once. In 7th grade, some girl cleaned out my locker. But I got her back. I poisoned her. Your dad took your guitar away?
Yeah.
My dad took my stereo away.
Wow, good grades?
Yeah, no. He took it away because I set some paint on fire.
Oh. Well, I have bad grades.
So, this was surely a really fun essay to write. Seeing autism representation in a fellow special interest of mine always puts a smile on my face. So is Clarice autistic? Yes, but I'm not sure whether she'd be labeled as autistic-coded or semi-canonical, as it was never really confirmed by Brendan Small or her voice actress Valerie Kappa. Do you agree with this theory? Let me know in the comments, and happy Autism Acceptance Month.